Hey everyone, I just wanted to do a little quick commercial break in your day. So, welcome to the Eclipse in Leo. I'm sure you've all read a ton because there's been so much really beautiful material out there, and I just wanted to give you a quick little message. Obviously, the Eclipse in Leo is shining its light. Hey Kate, how are you? Hey Mel. So, this is a quick little message. Hey Shandy, how are you? Hey Francis. Margie, how are you guys? Hi Danya. It's so excited to be here. I feel like every time I go on Facebook Live, there's all these really good friends. I'm sending you all so much love. And so, hey Fran, how are you? Hey Amy. Hey Kimberly. So this is going to be really quick, right? Because there's so much beautiful material out there. Malada Sakik is doing something today at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, who I adore. What a beautiful astrologer she is. And so many other people are sharing beautiful things. But I felt called to show up and connect with all of you. Because at the heart of this eclipse, not only is it bringing tremendous change to the planet, to the United States specifically, and also to our lives, I wanted to invite you all to look at those patterns, right, that are so tricky. Because it's really easy to say, oh, I have to fix my money, I need to maybe clean out my apartment or my house, or maybe I should get on a diet, eat better. That's like very visible. What I would love for you guys to check into, and I did this myself actually today, is to take a moment and ask yourself, what habit, what way of life, what belief am I carrying within me that causes me to build a wall within myself and causes me to push away that which I actually want? For example, if you truly want romantic love and you're single, but you're like, oh, people are really, it's really nasty out there, and men don't want anything right now, or women don't want anything right now. There's too many people out there and nobody wants it. That would be a belief or a reaction that would actually keep away what you're actually wanting, right? And so remember that we're going to be challenged with this in this way because it's such a way of life for us. Hey, Fran, thank you. It's such a way of life for us that we will push things away based on that belief. We'll do the obvious things, right? Like I started doing yoga, taking care of myself physically even more, and more meditation. But there are other things. And for myself, I had this belief for a long time that if I shone too brightly, that I would be alone. That if I was fully myself, that I would be too much, right? So I carried this belief a lot in my life, and I think that in many cases, I didn't allow myself to succeed as much, or shine as much, or be as loud as I am, or as visible as I can be, because I was afraid, right? I was afraid of being too much. I was afraid of being rejected. I was afraid that, people would turn away from me. And I can tell, and I can tell you guys, excuse me, obviously stuff is coming up in my throat because I'm speaking it out loud. And I have not spoken it out loud publicly. So you just saw an example of me speaking out something that's really aligned with my soul and it manifesting through my body, right? So it's still something for me. This fear of sharing and being seen, and even my throat chakra just kicked up some dust in there, right? And so notice when you're digging in, when you're diving into that place within yourself and asking, what belief or experience, trauma, or idea do I need to release at this time of the eclipse so I can shine more brightly in my love, so I can shine more brightly in my life, so I can be who I truly am, heal more, come into my own wholeness, and support others. And honestly, it's always been through my own sharing. I've been speaking publicly for a long time. It's only recently that I've been on video. And I've gathered people publicly for a long time. And those are the moments that people connected to me. Whenever I wrote articles, people connected to me. And so our growth, our expansion at this time, especially as light bearers, as empaths, as intuitives, as healers, as spiritual leaders, right? Because we think of spiritual leaders as these big gurus dressed in white, with a crystal on their head or something like that, and it could be. But I believe that we're spiritual leaders in our communities. We're spiritual leaders in our families. And one of those ways that we can do that is by accessing our own patterns and making them public. And so for me, I was so afraid to be so much and too much that I held back for so many years. Aho, Marissa. Hi, beautiful. And, I'm not doing that anymore. Last year, when I saw so much injustice on the planet, I was like, screw my vanity, screw my fear of not being liked. Because you know what? If people don't like me, they can unfollow me, right? And they can unfollow you. And it's okay, because there'll be like tons of other people that do. And at the end of the day, our message carries a particular frequency, a particular vibe of love and expansion that's going to attract our people, our family, our soul family. And we don't have to attract everybody, and we don't have to be accepted or admired by everyone, right? So most of us, we're not here to be liked, but somehow we've been told that we're here to be liked. And so during this eclipse, I really invite each and every one of you to embrace more of your light, share more, expand into. If you're dreaming about starting a business, start small. Just share your love. If you want to say something but haven't had the courage, write a blog. Step in front of a camera, get into the video. We really are meant to be all that we are. I do not believe that we were created on this earth. Sending you so much love, Kate. I don't believe that we were created on this earth so we can stay small. It's our smallness that has brought us into such fear and pain on the planet. It's such smallness, it's such fear that has brought us into the place that we are, with racism, with sexism, with the oppression on this planet. And so as we each step forward, less with fear and more with love each day, I think that the shifts can happen not only in our lives, and also throughout the world. And I want to say that when we are releasing these beliefs, they're going to come up and kick us in the face a little bit. There was a part of me that years ago would have never shared that I had followers or success or this type of thing, because I thought it was bragging. I thought it was braggy. I thought that a real spiritual person or a real spiritual healer wouldn't go around going, oh my God, I did so well in my business, right? I thought it was ridiculous. This was years ago. What I realized, though, that by us sharing the goodness in our lives, we are also undoing a belief on the planet that is filled with fear. And that is that other people are jealous of us, or other people will give us the evil eye, or other people will take away what we have, that other people will take away what we have because we're shining, right? Because throughout history, we've seen the tall poppy syndrome. We've seen people who stand up, who get their heads chopped up, who get burned, who get killed, who get assassinated. And so how would we want to step into our greatness? But I think now that the earth is calling for that. And I think now that we're probably, most of us, maybe not all, there are some who might get a little backlash, but I think that most of us are safer now to share this truth. And for me, what happened today is I got a couple of messages from people. It was really interesting. They're like, congratulations on having 20,000 followers on the Spanish page in so little time, right? And they're like, but remember that there's no, that between the followers and conversion, there's a really big difference. And remember that Spanish-speaking people tend to like pages more. So in a way, it was a little bit limiting me, I felt. I felt like it was clipping my wings. Like, it's really great that you have these followers, but don't expect them to convert, and it's also easier. And I felt, wow, is this person defensive about their own following? And so it affected me for a minute. And a little bit of me went back to that belief of, oh, you see, Vanessa, when you share stuff and people feel weird, they'll say something. And then I just sent the person love. And I was like, you know what? That's not my reality. And that's why I stepped up to share this message with you guys. Yeah, there might be a little bit of backlash. There might be a little bit of defensiveness. People might feel a little small maybe when you're shining your light. But when they get over their own stuff, and hopefully they will, we'll all shine together. So dive into that place. Figure out that habit, pattern, or belief that's really hidden in there. It's kind of like part of your life and who you are that you think you really need. And let's release it into the eclipse and shine more powerfully than ever. Sending y'all so much love. Oh, and another thing. I almost forgot. Another thing. Self-care. self-care. Today, what I'm doing during the eclipse is I'm actually going to go outside, set up an altar in my backyard that I haven't really used yet, though I've set up, and I'm going to do a meditation, and I'm going to do a clearing bath. I'm going to do everything to clear myself. I had a lot of nightmares last night where I felt energies grabbing at me in my sleep. So that showed me that I really wasn't vibing as high as I needed to. I was a little bit lower, and so the denser thought forms and energies were grabbing at me. Literally, I was like pushing people off with energy and Reiki and love, our energies. And so I'm going to take the time to cleanse myself, to do that work. I invite you all not only to set your intentions, to release patterns that don't support anymore, but also to just love yourself up. And don't stress yourself about being such an amazing spiritual warrior. Sometimes, all the time, self-care, clearing, grounding, healing, and downtime is going to fortify us more than, doing a 3-hour prayer. So sending you all so much love. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being in the sacred community. I adore each and every one of you, and I'm envisioning each and every person who views this supported, loved, recharged, and super connected to the love and the energy and the mission that they're born to shine. Thank you all.